All I need in my life. All right, that is live. I am live. Yes, today is Chatting with Nat. Again, aren't you excited? I'm excited. So today we have Ada LeAnn. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. She's going to come in. She's going to perform for us. She's going to say a few things. But before we do that, I need to find... I'm bringing you in, Ada. Just give me a second here. You take good care of me. I have a song in my head. You take good care of me. You're all I need. Yeah, it's not me. Hold on. Upgrade your app. It won't let you join. Good thing I can sing. All right, Ada LeAnn, I'm 16 years old. I'm 16 years old. She's 16-year-old. I said I am. I wish I were I wish I was back in that time. She's an indie pop artist from Southwest Michigan. She started professionally singing about 3 years ago, but has been singing for as long as she can remember. She started releasing music in November of 2019. And has released a multitude of original songs and cover songs since then. One of her biggest projects was her EP, Young Love. It came out in early November of 2020. When writing the EP and all of her original songs, she tried to be relatable and honest. She hopes everyone can relate and understand her music in whatever they choose to interpret it. Hi, Ada. I think you're the youngest person I've had on this show. It's okay.
Oh, really? I get that a lot.
Age is nothing but a number, isn't it? I literally said I was 16 years old. I mean, I'm older than her. But, so how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I've had a trying day, a trying 2 days. I think the universe is trying to test me, but besides the pandemic. But I'm doing okay. So how have you been during this entire pandemic?
I've been good. Honestly, it hasn't been too bad. I mean, I do miss being able to go out. And, everything was really quiet for a really long time. But
Right.
in that time that I was through the pandemic, I got to do a lot of recording and writing.
Cool.
So I actually kind of liked it.
No, listen. We got a lot of listen. The pandemic was the worst thing ever, but there's a couple of things that people got to do, like parents that never got to spend time with their kids actually got to sit down and have an actual meal with their kids. I spoke to one guy, and he says, you know what? It made him realize he needed to cut back his hours at work so that he could spend more time, be more of the family man and stuff like that. So it was a plus in that regard. You got to stay home and work from home. Sometimes that was a huge plus. I got to do that, which is great. And I learned a lot more about myself during the pandemic and stuff like that. So you gotta weigh the pros and the cons, pros and the cons. So let's talk about you.
Okay.
Okay. So during this whole time, or even before the pandemic, did you do a lot of live streaming?
When the pandemic first started, I tried to do a lot of live streaming, and I was keeping up with it pretty well. Right. And then for a short maybe a month or two, I was pretty low and I wasn't doing a lot of it, but just because, I was getting busy with writing and recording. But then recently I got back up a couple months ago. I started on an app called Sessions, and so now I do a show every Friday and Saturday.
So okay, I'm glad that you brought that up. So they contacted me, and I did the whole audition thing, and they accepted me. Woo-hoo. But then they were like, okay, I'm going to send you a coach, and then they send me the Calendly or whatever, and I go click on that. And the person's totally booked for 2 months. So I contacted them and I'm like, look, you need to tell me how to work this thing because I can figure out how to set my profile up and up. So I still haven't done it. This was a couple of months ago, and I was thinking maybe this weekend I might do something, or I might plan something, but I really need to do it. So do you really like it, doing the sessions thing?
I do. I enjoy it because it's like a totally different audience than I get on like my Instagram or my Facebook. And I really do actually enjoy doing it. And the thing I love most about it is it's not like an in-person show where I have to play to like fit a crowd or anything like that. I really like that because I get to play whatever songs that I want to do, and I don't get to see anybody's reaction to it, which it can be like a blessing and a curse, but I like it because I can just be myself, and you'll find people that like you on there. Right. They'll stay if they like it, they'll leave if they don't, and I think that I really like that about it for sure.
All right, well, you listen, you just got me. I'm gonna do it. I'll plan something for the following. I'll schedule something for the following weekend until when I can figure out the app itself. So how would you describe your music?
My music, I want to describe it, as I said, it's sort of indie pop, but I feel like I'm also very singer-songwriter vibes too, just because I literally write so much, and I love writing so much that almost to the point where I'm like, well, maybe I want to be a songwriter. Like, I love both, but I really love the whole songwriting aspect, and I think it is indie pop. For a long time, I was trying to do country music, and it just was not a good fit for me.
Right.
And so I no. I was pretending, and I didn't want to pretend anymore, and so I'm doing what I like now, and I'm doing what makes me happy.
You know what? I love that. You figured out what makes you move, what emotions you evoke out of the genre that you like, and that's fantastic. And country's not for everyone. I'm trying to I am breaking into the Americana genre because I love it, because there's so many genres within that I can tap into, because I'm versatile anyway. Right. But I love the fact that you said, you know what, country's not for me. I'm indie pop, a singer-songwriter, and there's so many things that you can do with that. I mean, singer-songwriter, that genre itself is so great for TV, film, documentaries. And so you have an array of places that your music can go. And obviously you can sing. That's a
Thank you.
So I'm sure that someone is going to find you and just say, hey, we want you. Your music's great. Your voice is great. Come on down. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
What would you say about your music is rebellious, unconventional, or unusual?
Totally. I feel like now it's a little bit more accepted, but when I was first starting to try to break into that genre, and when I first started loving this type of music, it wasn't so normal. It wasn't, and it's still not. Like, it's not what's played on the radio 24/7. It's not Justin Bieber. It's not Ariana Grande. It's not something like that. But I've never been too into that, and I really tried to break some of the rules of music, because if you look at my recent single Over This, like I put like a little voice memo in there, like that's not normal, and I try to put like cool little things. That's what indie's all about, is just sort of.
That's right.
Yeah,
I love that. I love people. I love artists that they that represent who they are. I love that you are yourself. That you just don't care. You're gonna do what you want. But the thing is, what's great about that is that people are really tired of the same old, same old. People don't realize that. Because if you listen to the radio station, it's the same thing over and over and over and over again. And so when they see somebody like you, or they hear somebody like you, they're like, oh my gosh, there's something different. I need to find her. I need to check her out. Where is she? Where can I find her? Where can I Google and find Ada? So I love that you're rebellious in the sense that you are who you are. You're not trying to be anything else but you. And we need more artists like you. And I think more artists are coming out like that. I think there's a stigma where, oh my God, if I'm not like this, I'm not going to chart, or I'm not going to get this. But the thing people need to realize with music is it's not about charting, to be honest with you. It's about your body of work and what you're presenting that represents you as an artist. And I think people need to start really remembering all of that. Because whatever I put out has to represent who I am. It's not about, well, this is, oh my God, this is the most popular thing now, so I have to follow the bandwagon. I'd rather be a leader than a follower. And it seems that you are in the same league as that, and I think it's awesome. Okay, who are your main musical influences?
Oh man, right now, like currently, for writing purposes, definitely I've been so into Taylor Swift's new albums, Folklore and Evermore. I love them so much. I think that she's like a fantastic writer, regardless of what genre she's in. I think that she's just awesome. And then like for music wise, I've really been into Lexi Jade, Gracie Abrams, Lizzie Alpine. Just sort of those singer-songwriter indie, and they are breaking out, which I think is so awesome.
Now, if somebody were to come to you and say, okay, you can stay indie, or we can sign you to this huge, let's say it's Sony that comes to you and says, we've got this huge deal for you. However, if you sign with us, you're going to have to change your image. You're going to have to write like this. You're going to have to sing the songs that we give you. What is your answer? What is your answer?
I want to say no, because I would hate that. I would hate to be in like something like that where I would dread music. I want to do music for loving music. I don't want to do music to be famous per se. I just want to do music to be happy.
See, I love you. I love you. So it's interesting. So I had a conversation on my blog talk radio thing, and I was talking to, because I have a music publisher manager, and she was saying how people really need to think about that answer, because you can negotiate, right? So you can come to the table about the things that you want and the things that you won't accept. Because she says the thing with having a huge label, or even an independent label, is that you have a team, you have money that's backing you, because this crap is like super expensive. Music is not cheap. When we record a song, songs can cost from $500 to $5,000 a song, because I know people that charge $5,000 per song. So if you don't have that budget and you're an independent artist, and then somebody comes to you and says, we have the money to back you, you want to keep your integrity, But at the same time, you can negotiate. And if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. You say, okay, bye. Right. I'm going to do my own thing. Because there are ways for an independent artist to be extremely successful by themselves. There's plenty of rap artists that have done it. There's plenty of indie artists that have done it. It's just that you have to have that drive and that ambition to be able to get to those places that you want to get to. You know, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. That's what we need to remind people that are trying to get into this music business, that it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. What is your writing process like?
My writing process. So typically when I go to write, I don't ever normally go in first with lyrics.
Okay.
I normally I just sit at the piano, or I'll sit at my guitar and I'll just start playing chords. I'll just think of some chords to play. Or something I've really enjoyed doing recently is like looking at songs I really love and looking at what chords are in them. And I'll start playing those chords. Right. And then I'll start trying to make up my own melody to it. And then once I get going, the lyrics just sort of flow. And sometimes I have like an idea of what I want the song to be about, but a lot of the time I just kind of get with it along the way.
No, I get that, and I like your process. It's different. You're the first person that's actually said that, because for me, you know, I'll have a theme, and then I start out with the chorus, and then I work around the chorus and try to come up with ideas. And I try to be unconventional now. You know, I don't like to do, you know, it's verse, chorus, verse, bridge, blah, blah, blah. I like things to be extremely different. I mean, that's how you stick out, to be honest with you, when you're different vocally and you're different with your songwriting. So what is it that you enjoy about being an artist?
What I enjoy about being an artist, I would say just like my favorite part about being an artist is really making the music. And that sounds so like stereotypical, but that really is my favorite thing. Like if I had to pick like shows, I can do a show. It's not always my favorite thing to do, but really just watching like a song come together, it's the coolest thing when you get like a song, like a demo that I wrote at my house, and then bringing it into the studio and then watching it become like this actual really good song. Right. It's so cool. It always gets me every time we're in the studio.
So, but what inspires you? What inspires you to write?
Relationships, and like, of course, relationships and like present experiences and personal experiences. I try to write mainly from personal, because I find it so difficult to try to write, because I feel like I'm not being honest if I don't write from personal.
And I think that's great. I think more artists should write from the personal perspective. Some people are just introverts. They don't want people in their business. But I find that because I write about who I am and I speak my truth, more people are apt to listen to my music, because they're just like, oh my God, she gets me. So when you do that, people are going to say, oh my God, she gets me. I have to follow her. I need to understand. Oh my God, how did she that song was about me. She's singing to me. and basically that's how you get fans, because they say, oh my God, she's not so self-involved. She's like, not like some of these mainstream artists that are so self-involved and they only care about themselves. And you know, there's mainstream artists that have 12 writers for one itty bitty song, which is ridiculous, because you're not even making any money on that. So you're going to perform a song for us. What song are you going to perform?
I thought I would do an original, because I just thought that would be fitting. My EP came out in November, so I thought I would play a song from there. I'm going to play the title track called Young Love. Am I good to go now then? Is that what you want to do?
You are good to go. Do your thing.
Okay. My guitar's down here, by the way. You just can't see it.
I believe you. I didn't think you were playing something.
Okay.
All right.
Long nights underneath the sky, and you and I, we were both falling. Never quite knew what we were doing. You and I, we were just falling. We were living in the moment, never had a care in the world. back. I wish that we could go back to summer nights and holding me tight, chasing butterflies in mid-July. Do you remember sneaking out your parents' house? We do anything to just get out. I didn't know how much I'd miss it. Time passed, the colors faded, you and I started changing. We were perfect on paper, now we feel more like strangers. What happened to the wonder we were on top of the world? Now I'm having flashbacks, and I wish that I could go back to summer nights and holding me tight, chasing butterflies in mid-July. Do you remember sneaking out your parents' house? We do anything to just get out. I didn't know how much I miss the summer we were in. Young love, young love, young love. The summer we were in. Young love, young love, young love. I wish that I could go back. God, I wanna go back to summer nights and holding me tight, chasing butterflies in mid-July. Do you remember sneaking out your parents' house? We do anything to just get out. I didn't know how much I'd miss the summer we were in. Young love, young love, young love. The summer we were in. Young love, young love, young love. The summer we were in. Young love, young love, young love. The summer we were in. Young love, young love, young love. Do you remember? Do you remember? Oh, do you remember? Hey, do you remember? Do you remember?
Yay! That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Somebody's asking who hurt you.
That's my friend Kyle.
You're like,
Thanks,
you know.
Kyle.
You know who did that thing to me. Yeah, that love stuff. You know, it's not even just about love. You know, friends can hurt you too. You know.
Oh yeah.
Friends,
No,
yeah, I had songs, but yeah. I could write trillions of songs on that topic.
Oh yeah.
You know, you would think that when you have friends, they're just like going to be there forever.
Uh-huh.
They'll never hurt you. They'll always
Right.
have your back. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I can tell you that. Oh my God. So where is the weirdest place that you've been inspired to write a song? Let me give you an example. So one day on one of my albums, Unafraid, I was like walking by this bus stop and I saw a map. So I wrote a song about map. So what's the weirdest place where you've been inspired?
The weirdest place I've been inspired. I don't even think it's that weird, but a place I really get inspired is when I go, this is so normal. I don't know why I'm saying it's weird. I was just thinking about it and I was like, this is not weird at all. But like I don't know. I just get inspired a lot when I go on walks or like when, especially we have a beach right by my house.
Okay.
And so I'll go down, sorry, I'm pointing to it like you can see it,
Right.
but it's right down there and you can sit right next to the water and I go down there a lot and it's like a really good time to just think and like, it brings a lot out that, I don't know, I've never really thought about before And yeah.
It's still a good answer. It's still a
Yeah.
good answer. What about you is the most authentic?
What about me is the most authentic?
What do you bring out that is the most authentic? That when they see Ada, they're just like, "Yep, that's Ada. That's her."
Honestly, I would say that my personality style is like not my personal. I mean, I guess my personality. I feel like I have a pretty strong personality as well. But for music wise, I think that recently I haven't been able to, well, not recently, but when I first started doing music, I wasn't really able to help with the production and everything. So that's why I don't really think a lot of my music when I first started was a good representation of really who I was, because I was still figuring myself out, obviously.
Right.
But with stuff now, and this sounds bad, but I love writing sad songs, and like
they're the best. They are the best.
Right. I love it. I love it. And they're so popular right now, too. And I'm glad that a lot of people are starting to open up to loving that type of music as well. I think it's awesome.
Like I've told my friends that, you know, when they're in pain, my God, take out your pen. Or if you're not old school, take out your computer or your voice recorder and start singing or writing or typing. Because when you're in pain, that's when your emotions are the highest, and that's when you can bring out, oh my God, some of your best work, because it's your vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Girl, the amount of voice memos I make when I'm upset about something, like you would be shocked. I've got so many voice memos. Let me look at my phone. I was just about to pull it up. I have 1,644 voice memos from just like the past 3 months.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well. You need to write a book.
Maybe I will.
You got to write a book. You got to write a book, because I think you have plenty to say. Now, here's a question that I ask everybody, but you're already young. So what would you tell your young self? What advice would you give your younger self? I don't know how far we're going back here. I guess let's say, okay. At the point where you knew what you wanted to do, what advice would you give your younger self?
I would say, and I'm still sort of navigating this now, so I don't want to say I've got it totally figured out or anything. But really just like, and I've been talking to my parents a lot about this, is like trying to be really authentic and really true to like who you are. And that sounds, again, so cliche, but it's like for so long, again, when I was doing the country thing, and I was doing it because people seem to like it. You know, I was getting engagement from it. And, you know, you can't always go off engagement, because I feel like if I would have continued to do country music and I continue to do all these country shows, I wouldn't be happy. And that I really would hate to make music like a burden, and I would hate to make, I don't ever want music to feel like a chore for me.
Right.
And so when it started feeling like a chore, like I knew I had to say something. And so I don't think you should ever go based off of what other people want from you. I think you should go based off of what you want for you.
I love it. I love it. She's speaking her truth. Kyle says, don't get hurt. Boy, he knows you well.
He knows me a little too well, I think.
How long have you known Kyle?
I met Kyle through an old friend of mine. Yeah. And so we're good friends. Kyle's my buddy. We'll call it that. I've known him for not even that long. Maybe like half a year.
Okay, is Kyle a buddy?
Yes. He's a buddy. It's nothing more than that. For the time being. Sorry, Kyle. Love you.
It's okay. It's okay. Kyle knows you still love him. He's okay with him. He's okay with that. He's okay with that, because you're going to be a star and he'll be right behind you. No, he'll be right behind you. I could see why people would want you to do country music because you have the look. Your look is so country. I mean, if you go look at the country artists, I mean, you look like a country artist, but I like the fact that you're going against the grain. You're just like, this is not who I am, so stop trying to make me what I'm not. You know what I mean? So that's a very beautiful thing. How hard is music? How hard do you think the music business is? Tell everybody how you feel.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let you know right now. I think that music business is really underestimated of how difficult it is, because even now I'm 16. I wouldn't say I have a lot of problems in my life,
Right.
but time management is so key, and I am a huge struggler of time management. And so even right now, you know, there's been times that I'm going on trips to Nashville and I'm missing 2 weeks of schoolwork, and once I get back, I'm so flooded with schoolwork and I can't keep up, and like I go into like, I get so emotional about it because it's so stressful, and trying to balance that, and then, you know, got shows on Friday, and then in the summer it gets even harder because you've got so many shows. And with writing too, there's so much that goes into it, and I'm lucky because my parents are really supportive of me. My mom and my dad, they both take care of a lot of the business aspects for me with like money and handling all that type of stuff. So I don't even have to worry about that yet. But
just like,
yeah,
you're like, the Padres have it. They got it. I'm focusing on the thing that I love that though. To have support, because some parents are like, no, you need to be a doctor.
Right.
No, you need to do this, you need to do that.
For
so
sure.
I like the fact that you have extremely supportive parents. That is extremely awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. My parents already knew, don't tell me what to do. Okay. So yeah, you know, because I'm just me. And it's funny because it took me, as I was growing up, I was really an introvert. I was very shy. I let people walk all over me. And as I got older, you know, I had to really learn to love myself. And I went through a lot of things in my life. And I really had to take a step back and evaluate who I was and why am I always trying to please other people.
Right.
Now, as I'm like ancient, I really don't care what people think. I try to be, I'm a very compassionate, loving, supporting, loyal person. But if people are condescending to me or they lie to me or whatever, I'm done. I will say, at first I will give them my 2 cents in a very loving and compassionate way. And then if you push me, then you get the other Natalie. So I love, yeah, you get that other one. So I love the fact that you at 16 already know who you are. You know what you want to write. You know what you want to, how you want to represent yourself. And I think that's beautiful. So what shows do you have coming up besides doing session?
So it's obviously still a little bit difficult coming up with this summer just because everything is still so crazy right now. So it's hard to tell with anything if there's going to be anything.
Right.
But I'm hoping to do a big balloon festival coming up soon here. And it's like this huge festival we do locally. And it's going to be really awesome. That's probably one of my biggest shows that I'm going to be doing this summer. And then I'm so excited to do some chill shows. I think it's the farms market. You don't know what it is because it's like local shows. Obviously you don't know what I'm talking about.
But it's okay.
Yeah, but I get to do a couple of chill shows, just a lot of stuff locally, and then a little bit further out, then locally loves to have me there too. So I'm really excited because I get to do the music I actually want to do this year, and I think it's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. Now, do you know about the Josie Music Awards?
I do not.
So I think that, when did you release that album? That EP?
November, I want to say 27th, if I'm not off. Oh, November 6th, so off.
Okay, so when you get off of here, there's an awards show. I've been to all of them. I think this is their 6th year. It's called the Josie Music Awards. If you go to josiemusicawards.com, you can submit your music. To enter, the last date to enter is actually April 30th. To nominate, you can put your album in, you can put your songs individually, you can nominate yourself as a songwriter, whatever. I would go into that and do that. And also, I think by the end of May, the applications to perform are still open. So the Josie Music Awards is hosted in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So if you want to, you don't have to submit your stuff, but if that's something that you're interested in, there's a lot of different independent talent that go there. And it's a great show. There's a lot of great performances. There's a lot of great networking that happens. This year they're going to have, I think it's going to be a 3-day event or a 2-day event. So if you want to, you can submit.
I should probably definitely look into it. I'm always open to doing new stuff, so that sounds really cool.
Yeah. Submit your music, definitely. What is one quote you live by?
Oh, Lord, a quote I live by. This is a tough question. You got me unprepared for this one. You got me unprepared for this one. A quote that I live by.
Like, what do you say all the time? You're just like, some people are like, I'm just going to do me. Or I'm going to rule the day. Or life is like a box of chocolates.
I have no idea. Something that I do say every day.
Kyle is funny. Can't spell happiness without penis. P-E-N.
Kyle, you can't do that on my professional lives. Cannot do that.
I like Kyle. I like him. He's a keeper. He's so honest. You're like, I'm gonna kill him.
I am. I'm gonna call him after this and put him in his place.
I like him though. He's a keeper. You gotta.
Yeah, he's a keeper. He's funny, all right.
You're gonna get him. You're gonna say, didn't I tell you not to do that stuff?
That's why I never let him to my shows because he asks to come to my shows all the time. And I'm like, no, because I know you're gonna ruin it.
No, but he likes me too now. See?
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I love friends like that. He is like awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome.
You're like, oh my God, I can't believe he just did that. But I know.
I read it and I was like, oh, please, bless her heart, do not let her read that.
This is real life. This is the stuff that I love. You know, sometimes when people do podcasts, they want it pre-recorded and all that stuff, which is great because some people love that. But you see, I'm her biggest supporter. But I love this stuff because this is just you and your friend and the rest of whoever is listening and watching, and they're seeing your awesome life. This is you talk about PENIS. And you're like, yeah, but this is my podcast. What is he doing? No, you know what? Give him a big hug when you can. When we're safe, when we're done with this distancing stuff. He's gonna fight it. Oh, there's some people on here battling for your affection.
Yeah, that's my best. That's my other. These are all my best friends. This is Kyle, Annika, and Naz.
Well, my God, you are loved.
I am loved. I am loved.
There's so many people that are not, so even if he does that kind of stuff on your podcast, that's just showing love. Just take it like that. That's just showing love.
Mm-hmm.
My God, I'm going to have Kyle on this show.
He would love to. He would love to join. He would love it.
So next time, I'll have you on again.
Okay.
And you have Kyle. Bring Kyle. We're going to have Kyle in here. And in fact, we'll just set it up because I can have 4 people at a time. We will put Kyle, you, me. And we will have a lovely conversation. You probably get embarrassed, but it's okay.
I don't know how lovely it would be, but it would be a conversation for sure.
That's what I like. That's what we have to do it. We have to do it. Ada's like, okay, Natalie, I lost my mind. It's okay. Like, we can do it, but you're going to have to prepare yourself for what's going to be said.
Right.
Believe me, he can't. See, he is so down, so we're so doing it.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
I'm scared.
Okay, you're like, next question. I don't know if I can deal with this. So as an indie artist, as a female indie artist, how far do you think we need to go as women in this industry? Because, I mean, let's talk about country for, I know you're not in country, but as I tell everybody, you know, they weren't playing female art. They were playing one song, and there was like hundreds of male artists that were being played. And now it's 50-50 because so many people complained.
Mm-hmm.
So how far do you think we have to go as just female artists to be seen and heard? You know, we've been marching, we've been shouting, we've been doing all that stuff. And I think with baby steps, we're getting there. But at the same time, I think sometimes we need to just be seen as individuals. It's not about the men, it's not about the women, it's not black or white, blah, blah, blah. I think we just need to be seen as individuals. What do you think?
I think that for sure, especially when I was in the country genre, that is a really big problem. There is the fight for women to be more heard in that genre. Because if you even look at the Grammys or the CMA Awards, the CMA Awards, everybody thought Carrie Underwood was gonna win that, and she didn't. And it was the same man that always wins. I can't remember who was it that went. Oh, Garth Brooks won again, and he hasn't released any new stuff. And it's so ridiculous because Carrie Underwood has worked her way to win that, and she will never win it because everybody, you know, they don't believe it. It sucks so much because I think Carrie Underwood had a great year. I think she really deserved to win. It's really sad. I
have to applaud Garth Brooks because I think it was last year or the year before last. He said he wouldn't be submitting his music anymore. Now other people can submit his music. He said because he wins it too much.
Right.
He said it. He said other people need to win. So what these organizations need to start understanding, it can't be the same person every single time. It's like that with the Grammys. It is the same people all the time.
Right.
And this year's Grammys, the ratings were at its lowest. And so they need to start understanding people want to see something different. They're like, okay, what's the point of voting? Because I'm a voting member. So what's the point of voting? What's the point of this? If we're always seeing the same people winning and performing, for that matter. And a lot of these mainstream artists, well, some of them are coming out and saying, okay, I've won enough. You need to let these other people come out. And the thing is that, you know, I think radio and the media, they want to shove down, like I love Taylor Swift, but there are people that actually can write. You could probably beat Taylor Swift in writing or writing the same genre. Yes, I said it. And
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no. Because the thing is, there are so many artists that write like her or even better, but all we know is Taylor Swift. You see what I'm saying? Because that's all that's being presented to us. So I think as independent artists, we really need to fight to be seen and heard. We just have to do it and say, you know, enough is enough. My goal is to go to each radio station and say, take 15 minutes. It's not going to kill you. Go find 3 independent artists that are doing their own thing. Play them within that 15 minutes. It's not going to kill you. May get an uptick. There may be more people listening to your radio station because you're playing something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we truly need to bring ourselves out there so that people can see us. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Run outside in a bikini naked. I don't know. So people, because the thing is, half the time, you know, a lot of independent artists are doing crazy things just to be seen and heard. TikTok is a place that, you know, I have my kittens on there. I have my music, blah, blah, blah. And at first I didn't want to do it, but at least I pushed my own music on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, there's so many different avenues we have to touch and just say, look, I'm here.
Well, I think TikTok has been like one of the best places for artists to show their music recently. Mm-hmm. And I think it's so cool because I've seen so many artists on my For You page. And it's awesome because the thing with TikTok is it's not like Instagram where you post and only your followers will see it, other than like hashtags and stuff like that. But for TikTok, you will show up on everybody's For You page regardless. And so I think that it's really good for people to break out because it's not biased in any way, really, from what I've seen. I don't know for sure, but
no, you're right. No, TikTok has been great. So I have a friend, she manages her son, And they actually carve out time to do this. And I always talk about him. They take 3 hours a day. That's all they do is TikTok videos. I took a webinar and a conference on TikTok, and they say that if you're doing TikTok, you should do at least 5 videos a day. Who the hell has all that time? I don't have all that time.
It's a lot of work.
But he does 3 hours, and he's got 30,000 followers because of that. Here's another place that my friend told me about, and I recently just told another person about it. Pinterest. Pinterest is a place that you can upload your music videos.
Yeah.
And he did that recently, and I think he got 7,000 hits. So I'm like, oh, I gotta get on Pinterest. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm already on so many platforms that I already have to manage, and I already have to do this, and I already have to do that. It's right. Like, sometimes it can get so overwhelming, but you know, that's the name of the game, and we have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so okay, Ada. I want to thank you for being you, for coming on Chatting with Nat. And I'm serious. Kyle, go to my website, Google Natalie Jean, Aliejean. You can find me. My email address is nataliejean36@gmail.com. Find me, and we will collaborate with Ada. We're doing this. We are doing this.
You are going to get him, so his ego is going to go through the roof right now.
It's okay. I'm here to make people happy. I'm so, see? We're so doing it. We're going to work with Ada's schedule. Ada's going to be like, look, Kyle, don't embarrass me. She said you can come on, and I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I can't wait to do that. That's going to be so exciting. But thank you so much, Ada, for being on Chatting with us. You have an amazing voice. You have a new fan, so I'll be checking your stuff out. And definitely go to the www.josiemusicawards.com. Submit your stuff, submit your music to perform and stuff like that. But because I think you have an awesome voice, and I think you're going to go extremely, extremely far in the music industry. That's going to be awesome. And I think we're going to chat on Blog Talk, I believe, on another day.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that conversation. And then, Kyle, you can call in for that Blog Talk thing. You can call in. I'll make sure that you have the call in stuff. My God, Ada's gonna kill me. She's gonna write a song about that. She's gonna call it Natalie. She's gonna in the song, and I'm gonna kill her. She put Kyle in my stuff. Yes, but I wish you much success, and I hope you have an awesome week and a very fantastic weekend. So I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, let's do, hold on. We're going to take you out with Ada. Yeah, adore you in heaven's name. What is this? Is it playing?
Oh, we're going to listen to Adore You. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Do you know that? That's actually you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one.
Strawberry lipstick, state of mind. I get so lost inside your eyes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
You don't have to say love me, you don't have to say nothing, you don't have to say you're mine.
Authentic!
Honey, I walk through fire for you, just let me adore you.
I love this!
Oh honey, I walk through fire for you, just let me adore you. It's the only thing I'll ever do.
I'm just reading all the comments. Lord.
I have to do a duet with you. I'm going to have to do a duet with you. This is just, it's got to happen.
Hey, let's figure it out.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
Let's do it.
Until next time.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Bye.